Mark Levin is the smuggest man in media and the most annoying man in media. And his voice makes toddlers die. All right, that's too much. But you get the point I'm making. I'm Mark Levin. I don't know why my Ted Cruz impression and my Mark Levin impression are exactly the same, but they're both very nasally, right? Now, I'm not saying I have the loveliest voice in the world. I don't, but I think it's a little better than them. Okay, this is in Mediaite. Look at this. Mark Levin loses it in livid monologue on Biden DOJ, destroying America with Trump prosecution and leaks to the press. So the reason why I love this clip is this. He's going to go into a heated rage where his spittle is coming out of his mouth and he's screaming and it's super obnoxious. So he's going to do that, but he ends up massively owning himself and Trump. Like he thinks I'm getting the Democrats, me. I just gave Mark Levin the Ted Cruz noise. I don't know why. He acts like he's going after the Democrats, and he thinks he's going after the Democrats, but this is such a colossal self-own. If you don't believe me, watch.
This department is destroying America. It's destroying the 2024 election.
I need to pause to point out the funniest thing in the world, and you can't see it now that I press pause, but look on the bottom right of his screen here. Look at the title of his book. Ready?
Department is destroying America.
The name of his book is The Democrat Party Hates America. Look, this is the kind of stuff we talk about all the time, man. You are not interesting, you're not unique, you're not intelligent if your whole thing is to just colossally strawman the other side. If you're not engaging honestly, go pick another field. Go pick another, career. Pick something else to do. Because anybody, I could come out here, the Republican Party hates America. That is low IQ nonsense. I at least have to try to say, here's what they actually think. Here's what they actually believe. Now, I happen to disagree with them. They think they're saving the country, but I disagree with them, and I think I'm saving the country, right? You got to at least give that modicum of good faith. What, all these people are like, twisting their evil mustache behind closed doors in a smoke-filled back room. Mwahaha, we shall destroy America. Mwahaha. It can't just be they want to fix the country, but they have a different way of doing it than you. God, but this is Fox News, right? This is what it is. This is what right-wing media is. Not a modicum of good faith. Not a modicum of steel-manning the other side. It's just, you're evil, I'm good. Well, congrats on your genius, brilliant, well-thought-out theory, schmuck.
This department is destroying America. It's destroying the 2024 election. It's violating every norm, every tradition, everything it inherited to ensure that that department could be trustworthy and could be reliable. But it has criminalized politics. And I want to say this. If we don't break the back of the Department of Justice, and I will explain what I mean in a moment, it will destroy this country.
All right, now I have to pause to point out the obvious irony that we have to break the back of the Department of Justice. Aren't these the same people who flipped out because there were left-wing activists? By the way, no Democratic politician, save maybe one or two, but left-wing activists said, defund the police. And they went, oh, we support law enforcement, good sir. And now it's like, defund the FBI, defund the DOJ, break their back. So all the stuff, and by the way, a lot of the law enforcement officials who they're going after, some of them were appointed by Trump. When the FBI did the raid of Mar-a-Lago, the guy who ordered it was Trump appointed because he wasn't complying with the very reasonable requests of, hey, you know those super top secret and classified documents that you have? You need to give them up because you can't really have them. It's got like nuclear secrets in it, dipshit. Oh my God. All right, let's continue.
This is not hyperbole. I'm not trying to be provocative. I don't need to be. Now here, let's start. CNN. Exclusive. Special counsel prosecutors question witnesses about chaotic Oval Office meeting after Trump lost the 2020 election. Multiple sources told CNN. Stick with me. CNN. Former Trump campaign official cooperating with special counsel in 2020 election interference probe. Sources familiar with the matter told CNN. CNN. Exclusive. Rudy Giuliani interviewed in special counsel's 2020 election interference probe. Who says so? Multiple sources familiar with the meeting. New York Times. Prosecutors sought records on Trump's foreign business deals since 2017. Who says? Two people familiar with the matter.
He's just going through headlines that make Trump look bad, and he's doing this to try to bolster Trump. Look at all these negative headlines about the guy who I support as my God, Emperor, Overlord, King. Look at all this. Look at all the media headlines about how my guy is corrupt and he's a criminal and he's done bad things. Look at this. Isn't this outrageous that the media reports these things? That's your takeaway? My takeaway is, goddamn, that's a lot of crimes. Goddamn, that's a lot of earned negative press coverage. I can't believe he's doing this. But you're owning Trump better than I ever could.
New York Times. Investigation of Trump documents case continues after his indictment. Who says? According to people familiar with the matter. Washington Post. Justice Department asking 2020 fraud claims as well as fake electors. Who says? According to people familiar with the matter. Who do these leaks help? Do they help Donald Trump? Do they help a single witness? It's the federal government. It is the Biden Department of Justice. It is the Democrat Party's Department of Justice that's interfering in the election and trying to do many other things. Look, I asked my brothers and sisters over at Landmark.
This is my favorite part.
Legal Foundation, of which I am chairman. I said, go back about 6 months and pull up all the leaks from the New York Times and Washington Post and CNN involving Donald Trump. Here it is. Look at this. You see this? These are the leaks from grand juries to witnesses to Mar-a-Lago to the nature of the classified documents, leak after leak after leak, and I limited it to CNN, the New York Times, and the Washington Post. Look at this. What are they doing?
I love this. Oh, it's so good. Look at all these negative headlines about my guy. Look at him. Look at all these bad things that he did. Look at this. Yeah, we did. That's why we're against him. His argument is, look, let's be fair. Let's steelman him. His argument is there's obviously the Department of Justice and the FBI and the people involved in all these cases, the prosecutors, whatever. Obviously, they have a relationship with the media, and they're leaking this information to the media, and the media is running with these stories. So basically, like, they're in cahoots against Donald Trump. Here's the problem with that story, with that idea. When there was the investigation into Hillary Clinton back in 2015, 2016, did I come out here and say, look at all these negative headlines about Hillary being leaked to the media? This is obviously evidence that our poor Hillary is persecuted unfairly. No, I didn't say that. I evaluated the evidence on its merits. I evaluated the articles and the leaks on their merits. And I made a judgment call and a decision about her criminality based on that stuff. And by the way, I think she should have been charged. I think she should have been charged. There was enough evidence there to charge her, and they didn't charge her, okay? I didn't cry and whine and bitch and moan that some people in the DOJ or the FBI or wherever involved in the case spoke to the media. Mark, that's called having a free press. That's what their job is, to get this information. And they have connects. So the fact you think they're in cahoots and they're like trying to take down Trump because they a priori despise him. No, maybe they don't like him because of his actions. Maybe in the case of the investigation, they learned, well, here's another crime he committed, and there's another crime he committed. And okay, there's another crime. So he thinks this is owning the Democrats. You're doing nothing but owning Trump. Is a giant list of the crimes he committed and the leaks on how bad he is. And he's like, look at this. This exonerates him. Oh my God. Oh my God. Guys, look, hear me now, quote me later. You want to have investigation of Hunter or Joe or whoever? By all means. Am I going to cry and whine and bitch and moan when the media inevitably gets leaks about that stuff and use it as evidence that they're unfairly targeting Hunter or whatever? No! No, are you arguing for nobody to ever learn anything about this case and for the media to get no information to report on it? What do you want, radio silence? That's like a totalitarian dictatorship thing, right? Our dear leader is being criticized. We must hide it. Come on, man. Oh, this is so sad. It's so pathetic. God, he's such a sycophant. And look, the only evidence I need is the evidence that's on screen. We don't even need to listen to him. Like I said, here, one more time. Read the name of his book. The Democrat Party Hates America. Look at that. You can't take a guy like that seriously. You just can't. You just can't. To him, Democrats are just wrong and bad and evil, and anything against Trump is because they're in cahoots and they're trying to take him down. It can't be that, I don't know, he just committed 37 crimes. Current indictments, federal indictment on 37 criminal counts for allegedly retaining classified documents at his Mar-a-Lago home after he left the White House and his alleged effort to obstruct the government's attempt to recover those documents. In New York State, there was an indictment on 34 criminal counts for falsifying business records around alleged hush money payments to Stephanie Clifford, also known as Stormy Daniels, in the final days of the 2016 campaign. They go on to talk about the Georgia state investigations into the efforts to interfere in the 2020 election. Federal investigation into alleged attempts to derail the transfer of power on January 6th. Then you have the civil cases going on. Here as well. You want to know some more specifics? Here's what he's charged with this recent round. Willful retention of national defense information, conspiracy to obstruct justice, withholding a document or record, corruptly concealing a document or record, concealing a document in a federal investigation, scheme to conceal, false statements and representations again. The list goes on, man. Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. And now they have more stuff on the January 6th stuff as well. So it could just be he's a criminal, and the media is reporting on it because that's their goddamn job. And of course, you're going to get some people in some law enforcement agencies who are willing to say, hey, free press, here's the information. And just like I'm fine with it if you do it against Hillary, you do it against Hunter, you do it against any Democrat who's potentially criminal, I'm fine with it in this instance too. Mark Levin is not, because he's a partisan hack. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.